Hello guys, we are back with Starfield. Let me make sure everything works fine. So last time we played, I let's see. Seems like 39. Last time was 39. Should be fine. Uh let's see. Yeah. And we stole this ship, but I thought if it's like part of the role playing, I wouldn't have done this. It's this is like for the people. If it was pirate, I don't know. Right now, it's like 5,000 credits. We can get much more, so let's not stall it. Yeah. So I reload from here. Last time we stole this one.
Copy.
Yeah, nothing is here. Like you cannot do much. I don't know. She has something to say.
Pardon.
Arden? Chardon? Yeah, there was some stuff here, I guess. Cheap parts. Nothing else here. Can go back. Okay, let's go to inventory. Let's see what we can send out. New items. Ship parts. Super special hull damage. Oh, this is really heavy though. Oh my god, do we want that? It's really heavy. Don't want that. Okay, we are here to go to industrial outpost. Yeah, we can just came here to install that, but that's fine. Maybe if you found a very nice one, we'll do it. This one doesn't worth it. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know why I don't feel like. Ionic liquid. Some of these animals, you know, can we call them animals? It doesn't make sense. Like what? But when I played this, I was thinking there was this game that Hideo Kojima released, and there was no shooting. I think very little shooting, and it was looking like exactly like this. And I was like, "What was the fun?" I mean, I haven't played it, but I think this is the upgrade version of that. -10. How's this green though? 20. How's this raining? Is it a little bit weird? Okay, let's see what's going on in industrial outpost. We should earn at least 5,000. Let's see if there's something here. That looks okay. Let's save it. Save. This.
I might have left a cushy job as Shepard's general for this. Took a lot of bad decision. This is what I have.
Hopefully there's more than this. Let's see. This is not good. These are shit. But buy med pack, but they're fine now. Now what should buy? I wish I know what I want, but at least we know theirs.
Stay safe out there.
Was it?
Hey,
Was
stranger. Got some work for you if you're interested. One of our
Okay.
best got so fed up with the supervisor, they plain stormed off to God knows where. I mean, we all sympathize with them, but we need them back, and pronto. We need someone to convince them to come home before they get themselves killed, and then really foobar our schedule. We'll pay well.
Huh.
Well, that's terrific. Thanks.
Oh, we can make adaptive. Okay. Okay. Let's at least see what we have here. Oh, we can just stall it. How about this? Stall it. Let's go there then. Mission, return to a member of group. Okay, where is he? This is where he is. Okay. Just kidding. Gravity is more than Earth. Some of these missions can use more depth. We're just running. Hopefully this one will be a little different, but we'll see. Yeah, this Ubisoft approach wouldn't work. I tried to harvest it. Seems like it was not possible. But the good thing is that we. Oh. Is this the one? Am I? This is exactly the one that we saw. Oh my god! I should have. I was just here. Hey, what's up, dude?
I mean, nice to meet you. If you're here on behalf of the Outpost, don't bother. I've had my fill of our glorious leader's dictates. I'll hear you out.
18 versus go back and help.
I have been feeling that way myself.
Okay.
They could have come with me if they cared that much. I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. You're just that stubborn, aren't you? Fine, enough. I'll go
That is it?
back, all right? I'm ready to go home. I'll follow your lead.
You follow my lead. Dad, I should follow your lead.
Nah, I don't handle the money. Find my associate. They'll sell you whatever you want.
Sir. Is that ship? Okay, we'll go. I don't think there's anything useful here. I really doubt it. See what's going on here.
Let me know if you're hungry. For a few credits, I may have something to spare. If you're out here, you should arm yourself. I can help with that. We don't need help, but we appreciate the credits.
So many things. Anyway, they're fine.
You in the market for...
See if we can sell them stuff. These are the values or shit. This shit? You can have it. They don't pay shit. Okay, that's it then.
You can stay as long as you like, just don't steal anything.
Let's see if they pay. Maybe 3,000, huh?
This reminds me of a food processing plant I once visited.
You're back. Thank you so much for
2,000.
taking care of our friend.
And
Here, this is for you. You've earned it. Good luck out there.
glad to be there.
Okay, that was a shit mission. Let's go to the ship. Let me grab some tea. Okay, so where do we want to go? Let's go to the missions. All. And if you don't know, return to the lodge. Let's get there. And let's see if we hopefully.
Be advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. All right, we're done. You're cleared to land at New Atlantis.
Let's upgrade the ship. Then they return to the lodge. Let's first go to the lodge. We'll come back. I think we'll come back. Or let's see. Yeah, let's do that.
Security here is so visible. I suppose it makes people more comfortable. Most people, anyway. Wonder what has happened while we have been away.
My dad and mom lives here now. That's it. Weird.
Everyone in my poker night is going to...
Crix's bones. Look at you.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna start doing some scans. Like, right now.
We were right about the anomaly, weren't we? Tip our ears on the tail. An entire building generating a signature just like the artifact.
Vladimir, look at these readings. Cardiovascular and neurological levels aren't in the normal range.
I think we're going to need a little demonstration. Mind putting the paces to it?
How can I use it? I don't know. Is it like B? I was. Sorry, I don't know. Before? Sorry, sorry guys, you put me on the spot and I don't remember. Let's go to inventory what we can remember. It's like here. Favorites, and it's like 4. Oh, where is it?
Everyone saw that, right?
Like a literal gift from the heavens. And also the most practical consequence of our little venture thus far.
Got no old shipwise for this one. Going to just call weird, weird. No one in Constellation is going to lose slips on this.
What could we say? Even we agree we do not fully understand what is going on.
Can we find more of them?
Already picked one up from the scans. Matches another one of the artifacts we found.
They're not
In theory,
scared that I will
there might be one
misuse this.
temple for each. But sifting through all the signs to identify a match is tricky. Impossible if we don't have the right artifact to compare. And even then, it takes time. don't think it's just fortunes left that this temple responded to you. The artifact, plenty to...
There's just so much to do in New Atlantis.
Yeah.
I am at your service, Captain.
Let's go to the... Was it here? No. Was, I guess... here, huh? No? Maybe... Hey, come here. What's here? Yeah, it seems they were here. What's that? Visitor? Ah, okay. That's weird that you opened my door. What is it? You don't come in? Where I can put my stuff? Still in the lodge there should be a place. Let's see. So there in your room at the lodge there's a safe with... Where's the safe? Is this my room? Is this even my room?
Your mom dropped by. We had a nice chat. She had left this note for you.
Where's my room? Can I sleep here? These are not my room. I have lost my room. Maybe this is... Maybe there's a room here. This is my room, huh? Yeah, this is my room. Yeah. Okay, at least we know. Let's put something here that we don't want. Just remember. But this is okay. This is where we can store. What is this used for? Crafting. So let's store 10. Okay, I think that should be for that, for resources. Get rid of the other one. Okay, I think it should be good. Why is lamp so heavy?
What did you need? You do not need to ask me if you may ask. You may just ask.
Yeah, that's not why we're here.
I have done so in the past, and that, I think, has worked out very well. Until next time.
She's so serious. Okay, let's go and see if we can get $50,000. Let's work on our ship.
As much as I love uncovering
Our ship. Okay, what is the note?
Of all the places we've lived, this is my favorite. Well, one of your old classmates made junior VP at Galbank. Their father was bragging for hours. Can't wait to tell him about Constellation. Talking with you has made my day.
I hope you don't mind, but I figured the lodge was just a gnat stop away.
Oh, this place is Do you know You're welcome anytime. And I mean anytime.
Okay, let's go. My ship. Let's see what we can do with the ship to make it larger.
It is good to be back in our own ship.
Ooh.
Anything I can help you with?
Let's save.
Hey, what can I do for you?
Let's see. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Give me a second. Okay, what we want to do? Let's see. Ship builder. I want to make it bigger. Light check and options. Add. What does it do? Oh, okay. Oh, this is good. 1,000. I can rotate this. There should be a way to rotate this. Is it? Okay. Okay. Need it, but let's add it. Okay, then what else we have? Uh, We don't need any more graph. You're fine. Fuel tanks. We are fine for now. Doctors. Does that work like this? Either. What's there? Shipbuilding.
Hello explorers, I'm going to show you how to find errors while building your ship. If this video helps you, please like it and don't subscribe to me. Alright, I was building my ship for the first time and I see I got 2 errors and I didn't know how it really worked. I saw mass and mobility, but if you actually click here, flight check, it'll tell you what they are. Alright, and even that's also where you equip the weapons. So there.
Okay. I should click flight check. Only one reactor is allowed. Okay. It's this one. What is this? Okay. A18. Oh, that's A18. So let's delete that. It's already good. Dockers. Fuel tank. Gear. These are all. Is this one? Reactors, shields. It's 3,000. See? It should be fine. Not much difference. Honestly, this is a really good ship. Let's add some uh let's add uh laser cosmetic weapon. So it should be good. Let's cancel modification. Okay, let's start again. Oh, we can upgrade. Oh, this is how you upgrade it. Oh, now it's much easier. I want to know what's the base. Is this the one that we have? Okay. Oh, yeah, it's already good. What about this one? Oh, that one's not good. It? Okay, weapon 0. The one is we have laser, which are really good, and then we have this one, which are really good. Okay. Shipbuilder. It seems like we are doing fine. We don't. Can add cargo. We need a doctor. We already have a doctor. What is our current cargo? 245. Oh, we can flip. Oh, I can rotate it. Okay, fudge, I don't know. Let's see a good, quick guide on quick guide ship. Starfield. Okay.
Hi everybody, Ko here with another guide. This will hopefully be pretty quick. This time on shipbuilding. This is my ship that we have built here, and I'll kind of show you the process on how to get your own ship going, what you need, what to look for, that kind of thing. There are two things to go over before we start building ships. The first one is the perks you're going to need. The perks are available in the tech tree. The first one is going to be to actually use the ships, and that is your piloting. You want to get this at least rank 4.
Damn fish.
Thank you so much, Sam Co. I appreciate that. I will. The first one is piloting. Pirating is a different thing. Piloting up to rank 4 will let you use C ships. There are A, B, and C class items. We'll talk about that more when we get into the builder. But this right here will let you actually fly those ships. So to fly a rank C ship, you need to have a rank 4 in the piloting perk. On that note, why thank you so much, Lindsay from Pathfinder. On that note, we also have the Starship Design perk. This guy here is going to let you actually build those components. As many of the components to be used in the custom build crafter or to add on to your existing ship, you actually need this perk ranked up to do that. And I'll show you where those are when we get into it in a second here. So that being said, there is one other thing that I wanted to make sure gets mentioned in this video, and that is not all shipbuilders are created equal. In fact, you can only get some certain parts for your ship in certain places. So a great example of this, for instance, is the cockpit that you see on this right here is called a Demos DS440.2 Ares bridge. You can't build this here. So this being my outpost that I've built a shipbuilding platform on. So if you want to get some components, you have to fly to certain places to get them. Now, if you look in the info section of this YouTube video, you will see a link to a Reddit thread, and that will tell you the different places you can go to get specific parts. Mostly they revolve around like specific manufacturers. So Stroud Eklund has one, Nova has one, there's one for Demos in the Demos shipyard. So all you have to do is fly out to those locations and then talk to the people there to get those specific manufacturer parts. Now, also pretty cool to mention, although each shipyard has a restricted number of parts, if you want to get pretty much the most parts in one place, then what you want to do is you want to build a pad at one of your outposts. So funny enough, to get the most options in one builder, build a pad, park your ship like this on it, then go to this little panel right here, open it up, view and modify, and then there you go, here you are. So anyway, this is my ship here. It is a very slow, very cargo heavy, always encumbered, just like me. Beefy powerhouse. It's got a big shield. It doesn't have a lot of maneuverability. And as you can see, it is flush with all sorts of weaponry. I am still feeling out like the best weapons I like to use and things of that nature. But what we'll go over in this video is kind of how to do all this so you know how to do it yourself. So on that note, double click to select everything if you ever want to, and then you can hit the delete key to take it out. So what is a ship in Starfield? A ship composes of a bunch of key components that are put together in the right order to get you all the necessary components for your ship to fly. If at any point you want to know what your ship is missing, you hit the C key. This is called the flight check. This is we'll call it a mini quest to show you what you need on your ship until it flies away. So in this case, we can just go right from the top. You're missing a cockpit. All right, well, if we hit the G key to bring up our list, we can use this top T and Q to scroll to what we need here. Picking a cockpit, of course, is not only an aesthetic decision, but also cockpits have different mounting points. And what I'm about to say applies to all parts. So I'm not going to say this for every part, but here we go. Parts have different mounting points. They have different sizes of themselves. You can think of this game is kind of, or the shipbuilding in this game is modular. So a 1-1-1 is kind of like one slot over, one slot up, and one slot thick. So for instance, a good example of what kind of like one a 111 would be, is if you go to the structure, you can get these kind of normal, I think they call them, let me see here. You can scroll down to, see, when you have your own port, there's so many different ones. So you have to actually get to the one. There's braking engines. These are, now, by the way, here we go. So this is like a nice kind of 1111. So this size here is the kind of standard unit that your ship will be. Now, not all pieces are this size, but they all kind of follow this. So if you ever see like a, especially HABs, for instance, if it says like a 1x2 or a 1x3, then it's generally talking like that would be a 1x2. That would be a 1x3. If you ever see a 3x3, which does exist, you know, it would be, you know, like a nice little block of these. And yes, there are 3x3 HABs you can get for your ship if you want them, which are actually gigantic freaking HABs that you can then walk around in inside your ship. So yeah, that would be a 3x3 and all that kind of thing. So anyway, going back to what we were talking about, when you pick your pieces, these little circles indicate where they can connect to other pieces. Now, this can be very important for things like HABs, because HABs will, in some cases, you have to have like movable area between components. So you want to make sure that those spots line up. And also, of course, for instance, your cockpit will only have a connection for a HAB on the back, things like that. You just want to be mindful of those when you're selecting them. So if we go back to the cockpit, we'll just pick a regular cockpit now. Now, all the stats for the items are going to appear over here. And these vary per manufacturer and component. So the first one you're going to look at is cargo. That's how much that piece can hold. Obviously, not all pieces have cargo holds, but cockpits and cargo containers do. The next thing you're going to see is hull, which adds to kind of like the girth of your ship. And then crew stations is something else as well. The whole how many crew you can have on your ship thing is not super clear. I should say it's super obvious. It's a lot of different factors that add up to how many crew they can put on your ship. Crew is important because crew, what type of crew and their abilities dictate what kind of bonuses you get on your ship. But we're not going to go over too much of the crew stuff in this video. We're just going to go over the kind of construction part. But something to keep in mind is to look into that if you want to have a bustling crew on your ship to see the best way to kind of get what you need with those stats. Anyway, finally at the bottom, you have value, and then you have mass as well, which are also very important. So we're just going to pick a starting one here. We'll put down this. So if you notice, when we put this down, we no longer have the you're missing a cockpit thing. So again, using the C, you can kind of work through the list of what you need to go down. So the next thing we need is a, let's see. We need a docker. So we'll go over here. Now, what's kind of cool is if you notice right now, this cockpit is kind of right on the ground, which obviously doesn't make sense. But the second you put your docker on, excuse me, not your docker, the second you put the lander on, you will notice that it will kind of level out. And I'll show you what I mean here in a second. So we'll put the docker on there. Next thing we need is we need a let me see the exact name they use, a bay. Now, the bay is how you're going to get into and off of this ship. So I prefer, for instance, my bay to be in the front of the ship because I'm usually encumbered, which means I have to run to the door. So if I put my bay on the back of the ship, since ships normally land facing whatever objective you're going to be doing, if you put the bay on the back of the ship, that means you have to run your ass all the way to the back when you're encumbered because you can't fast travel to your ship. So, you know, that's a consideration, something to think about. So anyway, now that we have our bay here, we can put that on the ship. Now, if you've noticed, the second I put that on, our whole ship raised off the ground, and now we have this nice little green area. That is the ground, and we're gonna have to base the rest of what we put on the ship around that to make sure that that little staircase is perfectly where it needs to be. So, for instance, you can't, like, you know, take a bunch of things and then build them up down here, because then this would be off the ground, and that would not work. So once you put this piece on, that is going to be kind of like the base layer of your ship moving forward. First is, let's actually make it in the ship. So HABs not only come from different companies, but using your arrow keys, you can scroll through different types to offer different interiors. So a workshop, for instance, has crafting things in it. A science lab has a research thing in it. There's ones that add passenger slots. So if you're wanting to do passenger missions and ferry people around the universe, you will need that. Some add crew slots. Again, you'll need to look into exactly how that works. It's not always a one-to-one, but yeah, this kind of stuff will, this is actually the interior of your ship. So when you move into your ship physically, you will be walking through these HABs, which is kind of fun. So if you notice here also, when we look at this, see how that looks a little bit different, that airlock? Those are what you want to sync up for your character to be able to physically move through. So in this case, we'll just drag these pieces off. We'll connect that HAB module to our cockpit. We'll put the lander back there. And then this here is our docker, which does need to have access to our cockpit. There needs to be a physical path between the docker and the cockpit. Whenever you dock with another ship or a station, this is where it's going to happen. Little side note, by the way, the docker also needs to be on the topmost part of your ship. So if you try to build your ship up and around it, you will get an error saying that the docking module is, it would stop. It needs to be on an outer mode you're placing your docker. Absolutely requires are a reactor, and reactors have a few extra stats that come into play. So not only is your reactor going to have a class associated with it, where again, not only does the shipbuilding come in, but that's also where your piloting license comes in. You see down here, you have requirements for these. But reactors are also going to do things like alter your repair rate, and most importantly, they're going to dictate your power generated. So if you look at the very top left, we don't have anything yet, but you're soon going to see that start populating with different requirements. The power generated are pips, which are the little lines that get filled in. You're going to have more to deal. If we go here, let's see, it doesn't actually have it quite yet. I think we need to do a little bit more, but soon it will give us an error saying that this docker is not at the top, but let's keep going for now. So the next thing we need on this obviously is engines. So if we go over to our engine, which is right here, engines provide all sorts of different stats as well. You've got maneuvering thrust, which is moving around. You've got your just straight up engine thrust moving forward. Again, like other systems, these are classed. Keep in mind, the class of your engine is going to be restricted by the class of your reactor. So you cannot put, for instance, a class C engine, like this big massive thing, on a ship with a B class reactors to use all the best parts. A is first, B is second, and C is top tier. So you have to put that in too. This guy also requires Starship Design Rank 1. And I'm sorry. The class system is more attached to the piloting skill, not the Starship Design skill. So that's the one you're going to want to make sure for that one as well. This also applies to captured ships, I believe. If we actually got a ship during the course. Moving on, R and F keys are super easy to help things connect. So if you hold mouse and click on something, and you ever find where it's like, I'm moving over the ship and nothing's happening. Why isn't it connecting? This is so weird. This system sucks, which is exactly what I thought for a while. It's probably because your held down component is not on the right plane for nothing. But then as we get close to the ship, you go down even more, now it's super easy connecting to this R and F keys. If you can hold down control, you need to down the road. Or if you make a part of your ship that you want to kind of move to the other, hold down them, and then you can just click on the engine, you get popping on the other side, and that way you don't have to go through. And engines, we've got a reactor on there. Now see, I put this under the lander, so it's now yelling at me that this isn't going to work, so we need to put that on top. Boop. There we go. And it would be terrible. So what we need now is we need to go over to our landing gear. I think it's just called gear. We need to put some gear on this, some landing gear. So what we'll do is we'll get some Accu landers. Now, the interesting thing about landers is that you need to have a certain amount based on the weight of your ship. And for that to properly work, you need to make sure that the combined landing thrust is enough for the mass of your ship. And copies, again, to flip it, boom, boom, bind enough to more land. With the Hope gear, I don't know if we have any here. Yeah, the Hope landing gear has 2 thrust, where if you were to put this big beefy ass engine on, this only has 1 thrust. So kind of funny there. Also, if you notice, by the way, not only is not all landing gear created equal, but they also are used in different points. So like if we were to put this one here, you can see the green lines up perfectly. If we were to put this other style here though, then unfortunately, because it is so much larger, it does not, let me pop that back up. It does not line up with the ground, and that means that it's not actually going to be usable there. You can see how it turns red there because it's too big. So to use this, for instance, we would need to put another module of some kind on the top and then attach it to that. Not that we can use 2 of these, but if you see now, when we move this up, it turns green. So if you ever have, as people watch the whole video, they'll eventually get the whole picture. If you ever open up your build window with G and your mouse is just out over here, you will see every part you can build to every part of your ship. But sometimes you might notice that when you open up your build thing, it's like this restricted amount. Like, see, like, why do I only have this? Where are my weapons? Where are my landing gear? Things like that. That's because if you ever mouse over a component, when you open G while you're moused over a component, it will only show you the things that can attach to that piece. So if I mouse over this cock on, so that can be super convenient. If you put down, for instance, like if you mouse over like a weapon mount by the drive, so you need to have more grav, jump, thrust. You'll see right there, the larger your ship is. And then the power as well is, so more power to a grav drive means that it can spin up faster. Thrust with the weight of your ship, jump drive. One landing, too big for what we're doing. Fuel tanks. Fuel again dictates how much you can jump around. You don't need a huge amount of fuel. This is almost, as long as you have fuel tanks, you're good to go. I have not seen, look at my balls. I have not had too much issue with fuel tanks, but you can, you know, really just kind of put a few on. I believe it allows you to like more consistent and easy jumping stuff. But again, fuel, just make sure your ship has fuel tanks and you're pretty much good to go. Docker module needs to be on the outside edge of the ship. This is what I was talking about earlier. So what we'll do here is we'll move this stuff up. We'll see if we can pop you in a better location. We see that it goes there. That's fine. We'll move this stuff up. See here, if I move this over, it only attaches to this top part, which I don't really like. So that's where we want to use the F key to get lower down. Kind of line it up with that. There we go. See, now we can just like super easily put that left situation. What needs to be connected to the cockpit? So in this situation, what we have to do is make sure that the landing bay has a direct path to the cockpit. Now, if I look at my landing bay, what I see is that even though there is a circular connector on all these sides, the only connector that goes forward is on the side. The only connection that a person can go through is this way. So if I put it here on my ship, obviously that does not connect into the hab that then goes into the cockpit. Now, you can try to flip these things, but unfortunately they don't always flip the way that you need to, as you can see in this case. So in some cases, it may be easier to actually find like a one that more fits what you're trying to do. for instance. We'll take this guy. See, it's not connecting properly because it's too high, so we're gonna go down, down. We'll see if we can connect this. Just like that, boom. So see, again, it was just a situation that we weren't in the right place. So now all this, in fact, I'm like, you know, hop one over there, easy on, and boom, we built a ship. That's it. So it's, you adjust, using what we just did, you have just seen a basic ship get built. Now, this is where it gets fun. The next step is obviously to put on the flavor, the stuff that's really going to add to your ship. So the first thing that you always need is shields. Shields, of course, have classes as well. It's going to increase or decrease based on how much they cost, what the classes of them, that kind of thing. The big thing you're looking for shields are the max health and the regen rate. Find something that kind of suits your fancy. When you do, you can just pop it on and boom, you're shielded. When you see that on, you will also see that the powers will start filling at the top. Necessarily always connect easily to your ship. Now, in this case, we have two little things down here, but sometimes you're going to need a lot more. Now, that's where structural stuff comes into play. Structural stuff is kind of, it does add a little bit of mass, but this is where your ship really gets its flavor. By the way, if you are ever bringing up a part, another little tip, if you're ever bringing up your any part and you want to see it, see how right now we can't see anything because it's in the middle of the ship? Just make sure your camera is off of your ship. It always, whenever you bring up, always goes to the center of your screen. So this way you can like easily see whatever you're trying to connect. Always keep in mind as well that whenever you see these little things down here, that means you can scroll through different variants, which can be really helpful. So the thing about structural stuff is that it frequently will have more mount points for weapons. So in this case, we can go to like, let's see, this guy right here. Let's see how that guy has that little bump on the top. So we can take this cowling, we can go up, put one there, we'll copy that over, put one there. And now if we mouse over this and we hit G, weapons! And now we can start putting weapons on our ship. So what's kind of cool about this, and we'll just really briefly touch on weaponry, is this will not only easily let you pick things, but you can very easily kind of decide what you want for your ship in terms of, do you want, you know, something that can strip shields quickly and then go after the hull with missiles? Do you want to use beam weapons? Do you want to use auto turrets? Like there's lots and lots of different options, but all of these have all their stats on this side. You're pretty much looking at the entire top for the important stuff. These are the details are going to tell you how much shield damage you're going to do, hull damage you're going to do, the fire rate. You have to factor that in as well. Make sure to look at the range, because the range is going to dramatically decide your engagement range. A lot of times if you have super long range weapons, which I really prefer myself, like particle cannons, a 3300 range is going to outrange most enemy weapons. So one of the things I like to do, for instance, is load up my ship with like 3300 range beam weapons, and then the second I see a ship come into range, I'm just pelting that guy before he's even near me with high damage beams that can be pretty awesome. So it's my stealth archer ship. That's right. Are you saying weaponry with a D and an R? Yes, which is the incorrect way to do it, but at this point I just do it to trigger some people in my chat. So when you pick the weaponry that you want for your ship, just keep in mind that all of this stuff functions differently. Anytime you see auto turret, let me see if I can find one here. Here we go. Auto alpha turret. You will not be able to aim these. They will engage at your current target. So just keep that in mind. The other thing to keep in mind is that whenever you establish stuff here, so we'll put one there. We'll put one there. If you look up here, there's no power yet. That's because you have to hit C, go to weapons, and assign those to an area. So if you see right here, the second we assign that, we start seeing the stuff up here. You only have 3 banks of weapons, and you are limited on the weaponry of your ship based on the power available to those 3 spots. So the obvious thing that people do is beams, or shield, hull, and then like missiles. And then you can use your power to bounce between them. I like to, however, just have like a couple that are all beams, so it's really easy, and you can kind of like, you know, keep everything under the same umbrella. But when you put these in, when you look at the weapon, you can see there, the max power is 3. We go over here, the max power is 3. if you look at the top there, it's half full. If we then put 2 more, that is now filled up to 12 pips, which is the maximum. If I try to put 1 more weapon on, oh wait, we'll put it, can we put it under the ship maybe? That is when you get your error. Ship is using too much power for weapons, reduce weapon count. So when it says that, it usually just means in one thing. So at that point, the power for one weapon type cannot exceed 12 essentially. Now, what you can do though, is that's just the beam weapons. So you could, for instance, get another weapon. Let's see, in this case, we'll go back to weapons. We'll pick, let's see. Pick this guy here. This guy's a max power of 4. So we could take this missile launcher. We could put 2 of them under our front there. Then when we go to assign that, you can see since these are both 4 power, watch this right here. We'll assign that to 2. And now we have 8 power available in our second weapon slot there. And then you can have a third one as well to then balance that. Now, of course, there's a whole lot of red here, which means that our reactor is probably not going to be able to keep up with that. There are, I think, what, 34 different pips that want to be filled, but our reactor is only going to fill 16 of them. So that's one of the reasons, for instance, that reactors are so important as you start leveling up your ship. And as you start adding more and more stuff to it. So right now, I think at level 43, the max reactor we can get, I want to say, is 34. Yep, we can make a 34 reactor. You can see that's a 2 by 1 by, or what is that? That's a 2 by 1 by 1, which is a lot beefier than this guy. And that is going to provide, what, twice the power, over twice the power, yeah, than the other one. So keep in mind, leveling up that piloting skill and also starship design, so you can build this stuff, is actually really, really important. So yeah, 2 by 2 by 1. Yep. Beam weapon.
Yeah, I think I
and kind of
understood.
go from there. So that all
I
plays
certainly leave a
into
like
your
for this
cargo
guy.
value.
Siri explained it.
Starfield, you can actually purchase, upgrade, or fully.
Okay, let's see. Now I learned a lot.
You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple. Landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked. Okay, no problem.
Okay, what's our power? It's like 22. Okay. Not good, not bad. Okay. Can we upgrade reactor? That's before doing this. Oh, sorry. Do I have any points left? Skills. 1 skill point, okay. I should go with piloting, I guess. Okay.
Need some work done? Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem.
If we can avoid entering that building, I would prefer it. Let us just say I am allergic to bureaucracy.
Only those on official United Colonies business can access the building.
Sorry, I forgot I mute the voice. I'm going to see what's this mission side mission about the mortgage. Oh, this is the first time we're coming here. Is it?
Wow, you look completely different.
It's me.
I mean, you look great, but isn't it going to confuse him? He won't even recognize you.
It's all food.
I feel underdressed.
Hey, what's up?
The lives of nearly every individual
Listen,
in the
I have a lot
settled
on my plate
systems
right now,
are
and
so heavily influenced by
you
what
don't
goes
look
on
like
in
a
this
new
building.
hire stumbling through their first day. Who exactly are you?
When you have time.
Really? You have your own ship? Oh, this is perfect. Kismet, really. I
It's a
have a
kismet.
business proposition for you that could help us both out. Very lucrative.
Okay, what's that?
Good. Great. Well, confession time. I might just be a little desperate.
Okay, I
See,
can
the
see
world of
that.
credit analysis, dealing with deadbeats and reprobates is, well, it's a tough field.
Okay.
What I need is a ringer, someone that can collect some of our top delinquent offenders. What I need is you. You work with me, and the fee you get will be huge. Yes! So, we got a Galaxy-class con man took out a loan to franchise a restaurant. Turns out, surprise, it was a scam. And Dieter Maliki jumps system.
Okay.
Now, he's holed up in a literal shack in the middle of nowhere. Can you believe it? The job is simple. Get Dieter to pay. We
Okay.
don't want him dead. We don't want him hurt. Just close his account like an honest citizen. I'll send over all the details. You find Dieter and bring his account current. I hate to end on this note, but not everyone's a straight arrow. If you cut a deal with Dieter, honestly, I have no way of knowing.
I'm here for the...
Don't expect any more jobs from me. Best of luck. I believe in you.
Is this it? Galbog? I want to pay. Is it Landry?
Together we can win. Good luck out there. I mean it. Right. Small home in the Olympus
Yeah.
system, right?
Yeah.
There's a balance on that property. Argos Extractors negotiated a very fine loan
Yeah.
for you. There are weekly payments, but if you miss a payment, no big deal. It's a pay-as-you-go type of affair. But I
Okay.
think we'd all be happier if you dealt with the mortgage one way or the other.
Okay. Options.
Certainly. So there are two ways to take care of a loan for good. One's easy. Just pay off the balance, then the house is yours, free and clear, and you are one very happy new homeowner. The other option, less ideal, is just walk away and we foreclose on the property. That is a chunk of change, to be sure.
Sure.
But we don't do partial payments. Sorry, it's in the contract. If you get the money, though, we're happy to settle the mortgage for good.
Okay, sure.
You have a good day.
And then?
Good luck out there. I mean it. Certainly. So there are two ways to take care of a loan for good. One's easy. The other option, less ideal, is just walk. Absolutely. Take a...
Okay. That was, we didn't need to come here then. It's here. Okay. I think I need to pause here for a few minutes to go and have some late dinner. So I don't know, should I let's be here for several minutes and we'll see. So we'll be back. Take care, guys. Just give me some time. Okay, I'm back. The food I have. Okay, let's see. Let's go to the next mission. Is there anything here?
Fill out an application today to become part of the most advanced technology corporation in the settled systems.
Let's see, what's this one? To deliver the best quality life improving technology today before tomorrow. Ryujin Industry has a... I know Ryujin. Leader in technology systems will strive toward advanced and believe it is always room for. Okay. Do you have working in secretarial position or corporate environment? Let's go with the lies. Hey, with region industry and its product line. Right. What is your profession with computers in regards to typing? Typing? What level of... Do you have a history of criminal? No. Operation floor at Trojan Tower. Okay. Where's the Trojan Tower? Where's Trojan Tower? No, not this one. Arena Tower. I think this one is the better one. Let's go with this one. Should pay good.
Want to challenge your instincts and hone those corporate skills? Ryujin is high.
Ooh.
Check. Rifle?
What is this one? Distribution center.
Just look at it. It took years to get.
Spaceport? Are we going to... Okay. I think we're not going right. Select it. What? What is this? I confirm it. Sure.
Here, I have something for you.
Wow. I love all of this. Really? That's nice of you.
Well, it seemed like a good idea. I saw it earlier and thought you might like it. Or find it useful. Or, well, whatever.
What did he... Recording?
Of course. We are partners, are we not?
Yeah.
I will keep an eye out in the future. And if I see something, I might hold on to it for you.
Credit? Okay. You think you can buy me with money? No, you can buy me with body.
I think it's worth the view. I do find that statue pleasing. I wonder if it matches the original vision of the artist, or if they changed the design as they worked on it. I wish to speak to you. We have not yet had a moment to talk about what happened to you at that place. That temple? I am not sure what to call it. In all my time amongst the stars, I have never heard of such a thing. What do you think that place was? And it seems fitting that you were the one to discover it. Certainly it is too soon to speculate about who built it, but... how can we not? After what you experienced, do you have any insights?
Maybe saw it in your eyes.
I suppose it is possible, but I cannot imagine anyone who could build such a thing. I am sorry. After what you have been through, I should be asking about you. Are you all right?
I feel lonely when I'm sleeping.
Side effects? A cynical person might suggest that in itself could be a side effect. But for now, we will just assume you have been very fortunate.
Sure.
The artifacts, that temple, this new ability you have acquired, clearly they are all connected.
There?
This is all so much bigger than we realized.
I love bigger things.
Yes, you are right.
Yeah.
And if we continue to work together, perhaps we can start to
Be
explain
super
some of this.
close together.
Now we have even greater reason to press forward, to learn more about what is at work here.
Yeah. This is a dating note in a way, huh? Let's take a picture. Let me look at this. Hey. I want to send them up. How photo mode is like V? That didn't work. Do you look at me? A little bit toward this way. Oh shit. No, not the gun. Not the gun. Here's mine. It's, oh my god, is it? Seems it's okay. Are we fine? No, it seems it's crashed. Yeah, not okay. Yeah, the photo mode is not going to work.
I haven't upgraded my OS in years.
Let's go. Is this where we are going? That is here. Maybe it's not here. Oh, it's maybe here, huh?
Of course the United Colonies is paying close attention. Heaven forbid something escaped their notice. Taking off immediately, or are there other matters that require your attention?
Where should we go? Here? Okay. One of these ones. Maybe he's here. Where the fuck is that?